Have you ever noticed that the most powerful men, the ones who command respect without shouting, who walk into a room and shift the energy, seem to operate on a different wavelength? It's not just confidence, it's not just wealth, and it's definitely not always good looks. It's something deeper, something internal. And here's the truth: powerful men know things they'll never openly share. Not with their friends, not with the world, and especially not with women. In today's video, we're uncovering 5 psychological secrets that every truly powerful man keeps from women, not out of deception, but because power in its purest form isn't announced, it's felt. If you're a man trying to level up, or a woman trying to decode male behavior, this will change how you see everything. Let's get into it. Secret 1. He never reveals his deepest vulnerability too soon. Powerful men are often misunderstood. People assume that because they appear confident, they have no insecurities. But the truth is that they do. They feel deeply, they hurt, they remember betrayal. But here's the secret: a powerful man doesn't hand over his emotional power right away. Psychologically, we are wired to crave connection. But connection without discretion leads to emotional chaos. What makes a powerful man different is that he understands this one rule: never expose your deepest wounds to someone who hasn't earned your trust. Women often say they want emotional openness, but the psychology says women respect men who can handle their emotions without needing to bleed them out on someone else's lap. A man who pours his heart out too soon appears ungrounded, and that's not attractive. Instead, powerful men use strategic vulnerability. They might hint at their past. They might share lessons they've learned. But the core pain, the deep stuff, they keep that close, not to hide, but to protect what makes them human. Because power is not about being emotionless. It's about emotional control. Secret 2. He doesn't chase, he attracts. Here's one of the biggest psychological shifts a powerful man makes: he stops chasing. Not just women, but validation, approval, or recognition. He no longer runs after things, he draws them toward him. Now, this doesn't mean he doesn't put in effort. But here's the difference. The powerful man knows he is the prize, not out of arrogance, but from a deeply rooted self-belief. According to psychology, this is called self-concept theory. The way we see ourselves shapes how others respond to us. When a man chases, he positions the other person as the prize, and himself as the one trying to earn love. That imbalance kills attraction. But when a man operates from abundance, he knows his value. He doesn't need to sell himself. He lets his presence speak. And women? They notice, because there's something magnetic about a man who moves with calm, certainty, who isn't rattled by rejection, who doesn't overtext, who doesn't need to explain his worth. He doesn't beg to be seen, because he knows the right woman will feel him without him saying a word. Secret 3. His silence is strategic. Ever notice how the strongest men often speak the least? That's not a coincidence. Powerful men understand the psychology of mystery and restraint. In a world that overshares, their silence becomes their power. They don't fill every moment with noise. They don't rush to explain themselves. They're comfortable with tension because they've mastered their internal world. Here's the psychological truth. When someone remains calm and silent in emotionally charged moments, people automatically assume they're in control, even when they're not. Why? Because silence is associated with strength, presence, and confidence. It's not about being cold or distant. It's about choosing your words and knowing when not to speak. And when a man learns to do this around women, to not rush in with validation, to not spill his emotions impulsively, he becomes unpredictable. And unpredictability? That's one of the strongest triggers of emotional intrigue. Because a woman doesn't just want answers, she wants a feeling. And silence, when used wisely, creates that feeling. Secret 4. He prioritizes mission over romance. This is where boys and men part ways. A powerful man does not make a woman the center of his world. He may love her, he may be loyal, but she is not his purpose. His mission is, it might be a business, a legacy, a calling. something bigger than both of them. And here's the paradox. When a man puts his mission first, not in a selfish way, but in a grounded, visionary way, he becomes infinitely more attractive. Why? Because biology and psychology both agree. Women are drawn to men who are anchored in something meaningful. A man who makes a woman his whole world seems sweet at first, but over time, it becomes suffocating. Because she doesn't want to be worshipped. She wants to feel inspired by the man she's with. And inspiration doesn't come from obsession. It comes from alignment with purpose. Powerful men know a woman can enhance your journey, but she should never replace your destination. She's a queen, but the kingdom needs building first. Secret 5, he keeps one part of himself hidden, always. Here's a truth that might sting a little. The most powerful men are never fully known, even to the women they love, even to the people closest to them. And that's not manipulation, it's self-possession. They keep one part of themselves, their core, private. Why? Because total transparency creates emotional vulnerability, and sometimes emotional dependency. Powerful men refuse to become dependent on being understood. They don't need everyone to get them. They don't chase constant emotional closeness. Because they've made peace with who they are, with or without external validation. That hidden part of them is where their power lives. It's the place they go when the world gets loud. It's where they think, reflect, realign. And you'll notice, the more mystery a man holds, the more people, including women, want to uncover it. Psychologically, mystery is one of the most powerful forms of attraction. It triggers curiosity, emotional investment, and imagination. But the powerful man never gives it all away. He shares enough to connect, but never enough to be owned. Because the minute you give your soul away in the name of love, you stop being magnetic. Final thoughts. These 5 secrets aren't tricks, they're truths. They are the hidden codes of emotional strength, masculine energy, and psychological presence. Let's recap. 1. He keeps his deepest vulnerability protected until it's safe to share. 2. He doesn't chase, he attracts through self-worth. 3. His silence is deliberate, not weakness but wisdom. 4. His mission is non-negotiable. It comes before romance. 5. And he always keeps one part of himself unspoken because mystery sustains power. If you're a man watching this, ask yourself, which of these are you living right now? Which of them challenge you the most? And if you're a woman, now you understand why the powerful man feels different, why he can shake your emotions, inspire your mind, and challenge your soul, all without saying a word, because true power isn't loud. It's calm, present, mysterious, and once you've seen it, you can never unsee it. If this video spoke to something inside you, something deeper, consider subscribing. We drop insights every week to help you master your psychology, your relationships, and your personal power. Leave a comment below. Which of the 5 secrets surprised you the most? And remember, the most powerful man isn't the one who controls others. It's the one who has mastered himself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.